hold on to the.
Okay, we're there.
Okay, everybody. It's March 28th, 4:03. I call the meeting to order. Please stand.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Okay, first thing on the agenda is the March 14th, 2023 council meeting minutes. You all, what's the thing? Oh, Daryl is gone. He's on a family matter, so he won't be here today. So any additions, corrections to the minutes? Or do I have a motion to approve the minutes?
Make a motion to approve the March 14th city council minutes.
For the second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Yes. Reports, Kirk? Yeah, Kirk, I'll ask you, it used to be you just did one,
Yeah.
so that's, I mean, it just kind of got carried on to the, so
Right,
there's.
right, yeah,
what do
1
you
month
prefer?
is in, if that works for you guys, I'll
Okay.
just report that the city of Sumter Volunteer Fire Department is responding very well to their calls and training is going very well.
Okay, thank you. Do you prefer the first Tuesday or the?
Probably the first Tuesdays,
Okay, we'll put that on, so you.
let me,
Just let us know.
yeah, because I have a fire defense board meeting in the middle of the month, so maybe the last Tuesday I can report more. Well, it doesn't matter, it's 2 weeks either way,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
it doesn't matter.
Just so it's not inconvenient for you twice. Okay, new business, snow removal invoice. Marcia, is that what you got?
Oh, yeah, this one.
No. Anyway, we've been submitted and, but we won't get paid until the next cycle. So hopefully this will be the last time she has to, shovel snow. Looking today, that's optimistic, but we're hoping. It is spring, isn't it?
You need a motion to pay.
You are here.
I make a motion to pay, for the snow removal on the, on the museum library.
Do I have a second?
I second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, and I can put that down the road. Okay, we need to do a house number assignment for Richard Summerfield, new property. Marcia, you,
Yeah, I worked with Matt on this one. It's really, really hard when nothing was, done conforming to come up with some of this. I mean, you would think, oh, it's on one side, even on the other, this block 6, 7, 8, well, it doesn't work quite that way. So we've kind of come up with a good one, leaving, room for addresses, to the south and north of him. So 890 Cracker Creek Road will be his, proposed address.
890 Cracker
Creek
Creek.
Road.
Road.
County does not recognize Warren when you put it in, everything's on Cracker Creek.
Oh,
Road.
that was.
Yeah. Even though that's Warren, that's how they recognize it.
And so his access to his property is on Cracker Creek
Yes.
Road. So do I have a motion to make Richard Summerfield's address 890 Cracker Creek Road?
I make a motion to Richard Summerfield's address on Cracker Creek Road, 890.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? And we have the zoning permit from Tom and Nikki Russ. It's for a shed. 192 square feet. What's the address of the property? Is there a Columbia?
Yeah. 410, Columbia, 410.
So, anybody have any concerns about this?
I guess this is a good time for council to start on a few of these things. It is in the residential zone, and we do have recreational trailers there. And according to our ordinance 1984-3, conditional use is permitted in our zone. So upon approving this, I'd also like them to be aware they need to come in and get a conditional use for having a recreational vehicle, a seasonal recreational vehicle on their property.
Or any seasonal
For any seasonal recreational vehicles, and they go by our ordinance on that.
So, Marcia, does that mean just for the one, or does that for you for any, for all? So in other words, do they just come in and pay whatever you said the fee is, and then is that for everybody that comes, or is that just for one unit?
It's for the property owner. He has a recreational vehicle that comes in.
But what happens if you have multiple?
It doesn't specify, also says it's a lot
So
shall be
it's-
connected to the city water, occupation, shall not be of a personal, nature, it's seasonal. A garage shall be separated from the recreational vehicle. I mean, they're allowed to have company come and go, you know, and I'm just like anybody else. I mean,
Right,
there's RV parks on our property too, and that's for the main person there.
okay.
But we need to start abiding by our ordinance and probably maybe in a letter in the water bill. I start addressing that to these people, and would be nice if they come in and got a conditional use permit. So we'll let them aware of that.
The main problem is it is seasonal, and they've been leaving one there year round, so it's seasonal. And this way we can start giving them the information that it doesn't stay there all the time.
So we're gonna approve this.
Well, that's the thing, so so are we okay with the shed? I'll take a motion to approve the shed, if everybody's okay with it.
Yeah, there's no fair, 60/40. I make a motion to approve the rest on 410 Columbia shed.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So when Matt lets them know that it's been approved, he will then also let them know that we're sending him the conditions. Conditions. Okay. I'm scribbling on this. Oh, old business museum contract. I don't have it done. Mike, I'm bad. I didn't do it. Over here. Yeah.
Is he there?
Are you there, really? Move, okay. Well, I was right behind you, he's hiding. So,
Move out.
yeah, it's almost done, Tony. I'll get with you next week on it, if you're around.
Okay.
And then we have a few things that I'm going to throw in here under counselor comments. If I could find that, if you know. We've been contacting Charlie
Yeah.
from the ODOT as far as what we're gonna do about the Cracker Creek Bridge pipe break.
Yeah.
So are we just doing it temporary for now and then gonna fix it? What's the status of that? I don't know if everybody knows, but there was a water pipe that just went to Van Horn.
Yeah, there's the one that goes over to Van's property, 4-inch main line. I always assumed that the line went underneath the creek and came back up the other side, and it does not. It actually runs through the sidewalk on the bridge.
It was covered with cement.
And it's covered in cement. And then, this year, ODOT went in. Normally, they don't do this till February or March when it starts warming up, but they plowed the snow off of the sidewalk. And then with the cold weather we had, it froze. Van wasn't running enough water. So it froze up and it actually broke and eased up the concrete. So this is, they have water, because we put that temporary line in. So this is something that we're probably not gonna fix until the spring. So we as council need to figure out what we wanna do, because we can have the, which our guys ain't qualified to do it, so we need to saw cut probably 6 foot inside of that break. I suggest that it's capped off and pressure tested and see if it leaks anywhere else, and if it doesn't, continue on, put that back together. That'd probably be the easiest and the cheapest thing to do. It is not a guaranteed fix, because if they do this again, we can, as a city of Sumter, we can have signs made up that says, and we can put them out during the snow season, do not plow snow off, and by the city of Sumter. We can do that, because if you take the snow off of it, we don't have no installation.
Well,
What I would like to try to do is fix it to where we put a line, which we need to get an engineer through ECO. It would be something, pretty simple to run that 4-inch line through a culvert and insulate the culvert and hang it off of the, just let it freestand, because it's, either way you go, you gotta bury the ends. So if you go 4 feet into the bank on this side, 4 feet into the bank on that side, with the culvert, at least the line is protected from there.
okay,
The
well,
thing is,
I did talk to people.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, man.
I haven't seen these people in a while.
Oh, that's okay.
I did talk to them, and they have done this for several small towns. They said this is a normal way people did it way back when. It was inexpensive, so they put it in and cover it. So they had, like you said, suspend it, wrap it, and that would be a fix for it.
Okay,
Because they've already done a design for several other small towns. Now, Matt received something from Rick Elliott today, asking what we were going to do. Wanting to know, if we're adding a larger line to the outside of the bridge, if you decide to add a new line outside the bridge, I would need to get our bridge engineer involved to help with where and how to attach it. So I also need to get permit specialists involved. So if they're willing to send their engineer out and tell us how to do it, I rather let them spend the money.
the thing is, though, if you wanna do this, then it's gonna hang off of the bridge, and our issue that we have on this point in time is the fiber optics, because it hangs off that side of the bridge as well. And we still have to be able to be, I don't care if it's on the side of the bridge, under the bridge, wherever you wanna put it, and that's all fine and dandy, but you gotta be able to get it back to where it's, and I don't know how you're gonna do that part where the ends are capped, because under dirt, because you're going to end up coming to the bridge abutment where it's all the concrete on both sides. Someplace you gotta make a 90 and you gotta tie back in, and this cannot be exposed to the air.
Well, I think this is
I don't
something,
think.
well, Hiko said they do a wrap on it, and they put them up under the bridge.
Okay, cause they'd have to wrap that 90
Well,
on both
that's what
ends,
we're
you
gonna
know,
have to
cause it goes, it hangs
engineer.
underneath it and goes in, and then it'll have to be wrapped. Which, if we do that on the bridge, it'll hang underneath, the fiber optic line.
So I guess we need to let ODOT know that we are going to try to do some repair and see what their suggestion is.
Well, like I said,
Or just start with them, because it is their bridge.
because, well, if you put this new line in underneath the bridge, then that's what you need to just tell them, that that's the plan. And we're gonna suspend it from the bridge, this 4-inch line, insulated. And then we're going to abandon the line that goes through the concrete, because if that's the case, then all they gotta do is kind of cut that little square out. And just, we don't care if they fix the pipe or not, we then
Just run a 95 pass, just run a 95 passing
Yeah,
and
well,
bringing it underneath the
yeah,
bridge.
because we'll have, and this is all something that's out of our guys' scope. This is something that's gonna have. to
Okay,
be-
so I'll have Matt reach back out for, Rick Elliott and tell him this is kind of what our plan is, and maybe he can come up and we can get this all figured out. And if we have to, Andy from Hiko will come and help too.
Yeah, because like I said, Van has had water, he's, well, Van himself doesn't have water, but his rental outfits have water, because he still goes up. He said that after the boys, they went back And I had him hooking back up because he wanted to be hooked up to water, so he hooked up, but he still froze up, so he still doesn't have water. He said he was gonna try to get plumbing coming.
Okay. Okay, so as soon as Matt hears from the engineer, we'll kind of see if we need to get one of Pico, we'll have him be ready to work on that, and if everything falls out.
Yeah, because basically we just need the information from Rick Elliott would be where they want to suspend this from.
So, you know, that's something else.
Well, where's your other name?
Oh. Oh. Just so everybody knows, I went to a meeting today on garbage and recycling down with the commissioner and DEQ lady and some of the other mayors. It was quite exciting. Basically, in 2025, it's going to be mandatory to do recycling. I'm not sure, they didn't say how they're going to impose all that if you don't recycle. So anyway, I have this little booklet that we have to do an assessment. And we obviously will go through Baker County because they do all our garbage pickup. They're going to start to get reimbursed. So if like we put a recycle bin up here, Baker City will get reimbursed through this program to pick it up, which I guess has been the problem because they always had to eat the mileage to pick up. So I guess the question which we need to talk to people is if we want a recycle bin. I guess Baker Senator has got a request for a cardboard recycle up here. So I don't know if we want a cardboard and maybe metal or tin and plastic. So we just kind of need to see what the community thinks, maybe give us some input. And if we would put a recycle bin up, we can now put a fence around it or put cameras on it so we can and monitor the hours so that they don't stuff garbage in it. I guess that's been the problem before is, and needs to be more of an enclosed one, kind of like they have down at the recycle bin where you have to stuff it through the sacks and stuff. So, I mean, we're going to have to do this in 2025. So we might as well at least start on some items now. We can put it down by the shelf, is that? I mean, that would be the next thing that we need to decide where we would put our recycling.
We don't have enough room here, we don't even have enough parking.
Well, can we put it in the park on the other side of the station?
Well, we need to look around. This is not something that's going to happen immediate. There's an assessment form that we need to do and just say that, yes, we are interested and maybe what we would like. And that has to go in April 14th. And then they're going to do another assessment. And I will talk to Stephen down at Baker Sanitary when we figure out what we'd like and kind of work things out. Just letting you know, it's coming. So it will be, try to get started. And the only other thing I had was we're getting ready to put security cameras up if it ever stops snowing on this building. And Matt's found another system it's totally self-contained, right, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
And it's 4 cameras, so it's a little easier to use than what we have with 3. And it would be covered by the $350 grant we have in CIS.
No monthly fees.
Hmm?
No monthly fees.
Yeah, no, this one has no monthly fees because it's self-contained. So we need to use this money before end of May. Otherwise we lose it. And I don't want to get even a small amount of grant money and lose it. So what do you guys think? Should we get this better system and use the grant money for it? And the ones we have in here, we'll just sell them on to somebody else.
Yeah, we bought those couple months ago.
Yeah, October, November,
Last year.
if we never been put up.
Well, are they wireless, the other ones? Are they electric or battery operated?
Battery operated. These other ones are wireless. Too.
So then they could be utilized someplace else, the other ones then.
They could be utilized or we just go. So are you guys okay with, we'll have a motion to get the better unit and use our grant money for cameras?
I make a motion to use the grant money to purchase the self-contained camera system that is located.
Well, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, so we'll get going on that. And then, Marcia, do you have anything?
When this actually be a good time to get, a notice put in the water bill, for the conditional uses. And I think there's something else we were gonna put in there too, on building permits or something that they need to come into building permits.
Okay, well, maybe we get something together.
Yeah,
Kurt, you wanted to put something in, you wanna wait
Yeah,
another
I'll
month
get
or
that
so?
put together. When did those go out, get mailed out?
so actually within probably a day or two, so
Oh.
it might be kind of late.
Next time, for sure.
Yeah, give it to us.
Make sure I get you some information before they go out next month.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah, because I do have some stuff.
Yeah, maybe like within a week, get it in here and I'll have mine and that'll
Okay,
give them plenty of time to get it done up in the water bill.
that'd be perfect.
What about those people that don't have water? How they can be
Well, we'll
notified?
have to post it to. just
Well,
have to
we'll post, we can
post.
post it to live, you know, in the normal places, we'll post a flyer to.
That's also assuming they come to town once in a while.
We only can do so much.
Well, I know, but but my real question is,
Yeah.
I realize that
Yeah,
I'm kind of probably out of order, is that some way we need to be able to notify the property owners.
mhm.
Is there some way to contact, do we have? I don't
Well,
know.
the water bill gets quite a few of them, but we can also put it on a reader board too, you know, like on a Friday when they're coming. into
But some of
town.
these people I've never seen in town,
Right.
they own property in town, the weed grow.
Well,
Yeah,
that's,
that's on the weed part
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
that's
that's
what,
what I'm saying. and they
that's what
never-
Kurt's gonna address, is try to address them a
But if
letter.
there's some way to
I
notify.
can get self-addressed envelopes to send out. Oh, yeah, yeah,
Okay,
they'll
okay.
make that. They offered a couple of years ago to do all the mailing and they
Okay.
just take it off the tax record
Yeah.
of
Okay,
who owns it.
okay.
Oh,
that works.
perfect.
I'll still see if that's available. COVID changed,
Right.
right when we were getting started, then their office got short-staffed. I'll
Okay,
see if they will still do it.
okay,
Can also go on the website.
yeah. Okay, Charlie, did you?
Yeah, we need to figure out what we want to do with these graders. We kind of discussed it the last
Yeah.
time. Do we want to put them to bid? I think that's what Daryl wanted to do. So do we need to do a motion and put them to bid and get it advertised?
I need to get the info from Paige. I think she just sent it to me. I haven't had time to do emails. Because I asked her what we needed to do as far as an ad. It has to be, I know part of it was as is and a time frame of when they have to remove them.
Okay.
But she sent me some other info and I will, since I was in Baker, I didn't have time to pull her.
Those the two graders, and wasn't there one other thing we were gonna put on there? Oh, the redwood too.
Really, yeah. She,
If somebody
Well,
wants
10 years
to
old,
sell
we're
it.
probably running out of time. to
well,
do
we are,
that.
that's what I,
Yeah, we are.
that's what I,
Because it's like, well, I don't know when they want to start, but with this snow, we got pushed out at least another week.
it's gonna be longer than a week or two, and anybody will get up there. And they have not finished getting all the stuff they need from the construction company.
Oh, okay.
We can make it a short, you know, a short.
Yeah, because we haven't approved anybody yet either, right?
That's what I mean. Pico is still working on approving the construction, company. So we're still not there yet. But I
Is that the
will,
construction company that's unit for bid?
yeah, but they were, Pico's asking for some more information. And they haven't gotten back, so I will get that verbiage on the grader and then we'll get an ad. That all, Joe?
That's all I can.
Sherry,
I don't have anything.
public comment? Okay,
Quiet bunch.
okay.
Make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you, everybody. Do a Sundance, please.
Before they number.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Matt,